All right, Leo or Leo cross-watcher, let's do a message for you guys. No, I want to use these. These are calling to me right now. Leo or Leo cross-watcher. I just did a message about this, so it's probably why I'm picking up on it, but I feel extremely drained. Like, I'm so drained. Some of you maybe, I mean, that could be anything. Maybe you've gotten too much heat, or you've just been doing a whole lot, or maybe you're feeling sick, or maybe it's a hormone thing, thyroid. Somebody's drained, or we could be around people sometimes. Our environment can make us feel drained, kind of just worn out, you know, depleted. The Hermit. So this is somebody right now who I want to say you and them, because we have the mirror here. I'm gonna have to cover it up though. You and this person are both in the energy of kind of wanting to be left alone. Doesn't mean it's a personal thing. For some of you, it could be a personal thing, like y'all don't really want to talk to each other. But if it's not that, you're just kind of both wanting to be left alone for whatever reason. It's funny, I just got a message like that. It was a little different, but here I see two people who are kind of, because it says you're mirroring each other. Whatever you're feeling, they're feeling. I think this is a person who's going through some sort of inner transformation. You could be going through some inner transformation as well, where it's kind of like, are we appreciated? Do we feel appreciated? Do we feel loved? Do we feel heard? Do we, are we hearing and listening to ourselves? Do we take care of ourselves as much as we're making sure we take care of those around us and other people? Are we doing what's right for us? Are we getting what we deserve? Things like that. Am I being treated fairly? Am I being treated right? Am I allowing myself to be treated right? Am I treating others right? Something like that. That's what this person's going through, at least. But again, you mirror them, so you could both be feeling that. Like, you know how people say, like, I deserve more than this shit. I deserve more. It could even be a person who's thinking about themselves. Like, I deserve more than the life I've allowed myself to live. Now, that's when the real fucking transformation happens. When it's not even just how another person and other people are to us, but how we've been to ourselves. And then we can sometimes get upset with ourselves and think, I mean, I've done that, where I'm like, God, like, what a waste. I try not to think like that because it's such a negative way to think, but I often do think that, where I'm like, what a freaking waste. Like, I wasted so many times, so much time. I wasted so much of my life on alcohol and relationships, just constantly feeling like I needed a person, instead of it being like a healthy thing where I worked on me first, and then if I'm meant to have a relationship, it comes together. No, I did everything fucking backwards in life. Everything. And so I can often get in this energy, hermit injustice, where it's not even just, I look at certain individuals or others in my life and I think, these people aren't really treating me right, not fairly. I feel like I'm kind of being taken advantage of, or I'm being misused or abused or overlooked or, neglected. When I turn that in on myself, boy, that's when some real transformation happens, when I'm like, God, I was really awful to myself. Like, it's tough to sit with that, So somebody's going through an inner transformation for damn sure. Yeah. It looks like you and them. What do I deserve? What do I want? You could be feeling burnout. I just had the Ace of Wands. It just tried to flip around in the deck. It tried to come out in the last message I did. So yeah, you could be feeling burnt out. But also, as burnt out as you might be feeling, you could also be feeling like I'm exhausted or I'm burnt out in some way, but I'm also not going to put up with any shit. Something like that. I'm not going to be disrespected. I'm not going to disrespect myself. I feel like somebody here wants to say, like, something isn't right. Whether it's I haven't been right to myself, I haven't been good to myself, or something that's occurred towards another. They're like, that's not right. This isn't right. Now, some of you, another way that this is laying out, some of you could feel like something isn't right. Okay, yeah, I'm getting another message. It's kind of similar, but it's laid out differently. Some of you could feel like something isn't right, and the other person involved could feel as well like something isn't right on their end. Like, well, you say it's not right, but to me it's not right. So we're kind of equal. We're both feeling like it's not right. I don't know. And maybe there could be a person here who is uninterested really in you're not feeling, or you not feeling it's not right, whatever it is, because they feel justified in, I don't know. It's almost like somebody here is letting it, like they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to even worry about it. They already realize what they're dealing with here. So they're kind of like, I surrender. I throw in the towel here. You win. 5 of Swords in reverse is you win. You win. You win. So if this is a message where we're talking about people who've had a disagreement here, we haven't agreed on a decision, or we haven't agreed on something here, on an outcome, on a situation, we don't agree on it, then you've got one person who is saying they either want a person to just let them win because they're not going to back down, or they are, or you are saying, all right, you win. I'm exhausted of it. It's fine, but now I see. But going back, other than that, there's a situation. The other story is I see 2 people who understand each other. They're mirroring one another in the sense of understanding that both of them feel in life, period, or maybe towards themselves, like, damn, I could have done better. Or there are people in my life who I feel like don't appreciate me. Like, imagine you have 2 friends who talk, right? Or 2 people who are talking about something. This could be 2 people who connect on that. Not like, what's that called? What's that called? People say... trauma bonding. It's not like trauma bonding. We have the Hermit here and the Justice and the Queen of Swords. It's not trauma bonding, but it's just connecting to another. So we're not shaming each other saying that so that we don't open up to anyone. We're just talking to each other here because maybe we agree on how each other feels. It's not because of each other we feel this way. We just feel like this way in our own personal lives, and we connect on that. So we could have that going on. So 2 different scenarios here. I could see that. Sorry, my neighbors are loud. I'm sure you could hear that. It's fine. Yeah. And in a lot of situations in life, you have to just kind of sometimes be like, well, you win some, you lose some, or certain things aren't worth putting my energy into. There's only so much I can do. I'm feeling really exhausted. Like, I'm getting a headache. Don't really feel that great. Yeah. Yeah, there's like 2 people who do not agree on something here, and they want something to change. Whether it's you, them, another, you and another do not agree on something in some situations. Wow, they're so loud. And it's like we're not seeing eye to eye. We do not see eye to eye. We do not agree. We do not get along, or we don't agree on this, or, you know, sometimes it gets to the point where the person is so whatever that we're like, all right, never mind, you win. Or we throw in the towel. We walk away. We let them win. You know? That's what it looks like here. But then if you have a situation where, thank God, you get to talk to somebody who understands that, because they may be going through the same shit, or they've been through it too, or they get it in their own way, kind of feels like, damn, you know, there's no compromise here. There's no working together. There's no, I feel like, you know, you ever hear people say, I can't win for losing? I hear that. Can't win for losing. So that's basically what this message looks like to me. I don't think we're going to get a second part because it's very cut and dry. I'm hitting a wall. I got 2 clear scenarios. Yep. Let's go real quick back to the one where I see that there is a particular individual, either for you or this message is reversed, or it's for somebody connected to you and they're going through this with somebody where they're just not seeing eye to eye. They are not getting along. They don't agree on a certain decision or something that needs to change. Don't agree on it. It's draining. It's very draining. Yeah. Someone's also looking at an individual. I can't tell who this is, but in the situation where we don't really agree, or we're not agreeing, something like that, we're not seeing eye to eye, we're not, someone here looks at another as they're really stubborn, like it's their way or the highway. It has to be their way only or the highway, and it's like there's no flexibility. Whereas in a message I just did, I got that somebody was flexible, not here. This is a situation where one person is trying to be flexible perhaps, but another is like not bending at all when it comes to something. And that can be very difficult. It can make it where you want a 5 of Swords in reverse and be like, fuck it. But inwardly, it'll still emotionally affect us. Even if we walk away, it'll still be like, wow. Queen of Swords in reverse, yeah. Yeah. Now it's turned in reverse. So I could see it here where somebody isn't wanting to back down because they're set in their ways, they're set in their beliefs, they're set in their views, and at least that's how somebody's seeing it. Now, someone could just be seeing a person like that, but maybe they're also set in their own beliefs and views, and they need the other person to, like, as much as they're seeing one person as being set in their ways and their beliefs and their views on something, they may also be set in their ways and their beliefs and their views, but not seeing it like that. So they need to change their perspective. Like they might be a little unfair here when it comes to another individual. I could see that. Possibly. But it could definitely be where somebody here is not at all flexible, and someone's going to have the 5 of Swords situation because it's just too painful. 5 Swords in reverse. Like, fuck it. And this already happened. This was something like past tense. Somebody said fuck it and walked away. In whatever way. Because someone was already doing it to them. That's why we have mirror here. Somebody was already doing it to them, wasn't fighting for the situation, didn't really care. So it's like, fine then, fuck it. You don't care, I don't care either. You don't give a damn, I don't give a fuck. It's like that song, and I talk about it a lot, but I always hear that Lil Wayne song in my head, Playing with Fire. He's very close to his mom. And I love that song so much. I talk about it a lot, but it's coming to mind here too. Where sometimes you get to the point where if somebody else don't give a fuck, you don't give a fuck either. And he says it in that song. He says, my mama's name is Sita. I love you, Sita. Remember when your pussy's second husband tried to beat you? Remember when I went into the kitchen, got the cleaver? He didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck neither. I love that. Like, someone may even push a person away here. Especially if this is between people, which I could see. Otherwise, on the light side of things, because you always have to have a contrast. You can't have one without the other. If a whole message is negative, there's always some sort of light in it. We just have to find it. Sometimes it can't be seen until later. But here, the other flip side of things is I see if you're going through this right now with somebody, whoever they are to you, another person's going through this same shit with other people or a particular person in whatever way, where, you know, maybe there's this, I don't feel heard, I feel like it's their way or the highway, I feel like they're not fucking listening to me, I feel like I'm not appreciated or respected, I can't win. Like, there's no, it's really Ten of Swords type energy. Like, it's so exhausting, it's so draining. I mean, I feel drained right now. Like, my energy is very low. I'm super low vibrational right now, which I was just talking about earlier. I'm very low vibrational right this second. I wasn't initially. Yeah, it makes somebody be like, this is just taking everything from me. I'm exhausted. So, the Devil in reverse, though, with the Knight of Cups in reverse. Someone's like, in order to not, I'm just not going to fuck with it. I'm not going to deal with the energy. And then we can meet other people who are like us or who are going through the same shit. Or we already know them. They're our close friends, our family maybe, whoever. And we can talk to them. And come to find out, we're kind of going through the same thing. And at the end of the day, we start feeling a little bit better because we're able to kind of get it off of our chest. Maybe the people that we're around aren't listening. Or a particular person just ain't fucking listening. They're just like ridiculous to try to deal with, but we listen to each other. Thank God, you know, we have one another. So that's beautiful. All right, guys. Well, thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.